What's going on? What's happening? Sorry for the delay. Pick'em Sports Talk Radio. This 27th day of December, 2 days after Christmas. It is I, DJ Wild Body. We're along here with Kareem Coop. Let's go. What's going on, Coop? What's going on, man?
Peace. 2 days after this holiday, and you already know what it is.
Yeah, sorry for the late start. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Also in the playback on Anchor FM. This is Pick'em Sports Talk Radio as the football season starts to dwindle. Before we get started, let's view our sponsors. This Pick'em is brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop, specializing in custom woodworking, coffee tables, china cabinets. They do it all. They're dedicated to providing you with top quality work and the utmost professionalism. You call them today, 1-800-286-5233. Use the code PICK. That's 1-800-286-5233. Use the code PICK, P-I-C-K. That's Pop Pop's Woodshop. What's going on? All right. Now for our sponsors. Shout out to our comrades that could not be here today, taking care of some business, but the show must go on as we wind down the football season. Week 16 coming up. Coop, been a crazy wild one, crazy one last night. The Raiders versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins actually have a decent football team, and the Dolphins end up winning in Las Vegas by a couple of points, field goal at the end. Raiders blown coverage. Fitzmagic once again. The Fitzmagic happens. Fitzmagic throws up a bomb, or kind of a midway bomb, gets face mask penalty. A receiver pulls it down. Also, the face masking penalty was assessed right after the penalty, so that put the Dolphins in field goal range with 6 seconds to go on the clock, and the kicker nails the winning kick. Raiders are now 7-8, probably out of playoff contention because that division is stacked over here. I mean, not really stacked, but you got a lot of good teams. The Chiefs, obviously, a shoo-in fit the AFC West. And Dolphins, man, if it wouldn't be for the Bills, we'd be talking about the Dolphins at the head of the AFC East table. You catch that game last night? Huh?
Yeah, it's about time, man. Dolphins been bad for so long, man. It's kind of feel good to see them playing, even though I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
It's good to see them back, The team's been bad for so long. But what are they going to do with Tua? This is what I want to know, because they keep taking them out and putting Fitz in there.
Well, I mean,
they went 10 miles. Not 10 miles, 10 yards, 5, 6, all he does is dump off.
Right.
So I think that's kind of the problem. See, in Alabama, he had all the track stars. He had 3 track stars in Alabama. You don't have that now.
That's true.
You got to work with what he got. Man.
Right.
He goes down the field more, though. That's what he got to open up his game. They're holding him back. He's just not doing it. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of, this is rookie year. You're not really trying to throw him into the fire. I mean, this would be a good way to try to get his feet used to the temperature. Fitzpatrick, there's no loss there. They probably ain't paying the guy a lot of money. He's a decent quarterback. They've been able to, it's a different chemistry, but it seems to be working for this team. Fitzpatrick, 182 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Tua, 1 touchdown, 94 yards. He was 17 for 22, not bad. Fitzpatrick, 9 for 23. Gaskins, 87 yards rushing. And, Tua had a few yards here and there receiving. Man, it looks like it's working for him, man. They found some chemistry out. Maybe they'll take the handcuffs off next year, man. We'll see what they can do in the playoffs. That's crazy, man. Well,
yeah. Then he was missing one of his best receivers though. Dante, what's his name? Devontae Parker. So that hurt, but well, it didn't really hurt because they won the game.
Wow. So, another game.
Good, man. I mean, they're playing good defense too. So we'll see. I don't expect them to go far to playoffs if they get there.
Right.
But just get there would be a compliment for them at this point.
Right. It's an achievement for the Dolphins. I mean, look where they came from. They had Ryan Tannehill all those years. He was getting hurt. Now Tannehill's got a revamp career in Tennessee, and now the Dolphins. So it looks like both parties made it through. Also, another game last night. We had the Buccaneers against the Detroit Lions last night. That was a stat fest. Tampa Bay, 47. The Detroit Lions, 47-7, man. Won by 40. Tom Brady, 22 for 27, 348 yards, 4 touchdowns. Blaine Gabbert got a little bit of burn. He had 143 yards for 2 touchdowns. It was Mike Evans, 10 receptions, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's see, Gronk, 2 touchdowns. Gronk had 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown had a touchdown. Wow. Yeah, so Bucks 10-5. Detroit Lions 5-10. Matt Patricia's fired there, huh?
Well, it was time for Tampa to hit that stride if they're gonna do anything. They've been up and down all year. They look real good. They come in the next week and they lose and they don't look so good. But now it looks like they finally get all them weapons together. Tom Brady had the best first half of his career, they say. So
right.
Hey,
right.
Tampa Bay hitting the stride at the right time. We'll see what Tom want to be the first quarterback to actually take his team to the Super Bowl at their home because they're playing in Tampa. So
right,
he want to be the first quarterback to do that. We'll see.
Think it was all set up from the start.
It always looks like that, right?
It could happen, man. Tom Brady's Tom Brady always, He still got that arm. He's got receivers around him, short yardage receivers. He got the deep threats. Antonio Brown's finally looks like his head's back in the game. He's pulling down bombs. So we'll see, man. I think that Tampa Bay is just as dangerous as any other team in this league. And as we can see, teams could get beat. The Giants, we win it and beat the Seahawks when everyone thought we didn't stand a chance on the road. So, any given Sunday, that was just a nightmare. 47-7, man. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Another good game. This was a good game until the end because you guys were holding in with the Saints. The Vikings taking on the Saints. You guys were shooting out with them. You guys were hanging tough with them. You guys had a lead on them. The Saints would close in and tie it up. Then all of a sudden, a few picks here and there, and all of a sudden the Saints get an extra couple of touchdowns on you. You guys just could not stop Kamara that day, man. He was, oh man. The run defense, and then he was just beasting, man. Big chunks of yardage here and there. I think, honestly, man, it was defense a little bit. That was your Achilles heel that day. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was the defense. I mean, they got what? All the linebackers are injured, all the starters. And Tampa Bay knew that, and they took not Tampa Bay. Saints took full advantage of that. But I mean, Sean Payton is an offensive guru, so he knew what to do with the ball when we saw those injuries.
Right.
But next year they'll be better. They had Pierce opt out, who would have been the one controlling the run all year. He clogged up bodies with his big frame, one of the best of the league. But he opted out. He had asthma, didn't want to, the virus.
Right.
So it's understandable. Hunter, one of the best young pass rushers, hasn't played all year. He had a neck injury.
Mm-hmm.
And then our best defender, Kendrick's in the middle. He's been hurt the last 4 games. So next year they got a lot to go off. I'm looking forward to. Offensively, we can score with anybody. Just got to get that defense healthy and get them rookies acclimated to the league, but they're playing better.
That's one thing you guys got in your favor. You got young talent on the team, so you guys next year, I think you'll turn that frown upside down and change that win-loss ratio to the positive. So another game, 49ers, the Cardinals. The Cardinals might have did it in for themselves. They should have won that game. They should have beat the 49ers. Cardinals at the house. Cardinals are now 8-7. 49ers not playing for anything, 6-9. Kind of put a monkey wrench in the Cardinals playoffs. So we'll see how that pans out. I guess next week we'll do the playoff scenario, whatever. We'll go through that, whatnot. But that was another game on the docket. So we got a few games on the docket. We'll come back to football. Let's go to college football real quick. The bowl games have been set. So real quick, just to go through the bowl games, there's a lot of them. Arizona Bowl, December 31st. We got San Jose State and Ball State. That's on CBS. Also, the Liberty Bowl, West Virginia versus Army. That's ESPN, 4 p.m. December 31st as well. Texas Bowl, TCU versus Arkansas. That's on ESPN, 8 p.m. Peach Bowl, Cincinnati versus Georgia. Citrus Bowl, Northwestern versus Auburn. That's on ABC at 1 p.m. Also on the first, the Rose Bowl, Alabama versus Notre Dame. That's at 5 p.m. That's going to be a good game there. And the Sugar Bowl, Ohio State versus Clemson. That's on ESPN, 8:45 p.m. Ohio State has a good chance to take this. All the writers are leaning towards Ohio State. Also, Gator Bowl, day after, North Carolina versus Kentucky. Outback Bowl, Indiana versus Mississippi. Fiesta Bowl, Oregon versus Iowa State. Orange Bowl on the second, North Carolina versus Texas A&M. And college football championship game will be played on the 11th after this. Semifinal winners, in the Miami Gardens, Florida, ESPN, 8 p.m. So that's the bowl game set for college. Moving along, let's go over to the NBA. So James Harden, he has not been suspended for breaking protocol or partying, as they say. He played last night. Did you catch that game?
I didn't really catch it, but he's a diva now. He has become a diva.
Yep.
He is a basketball diva, just like a receiver diva, like T.O. or somebody. He is a basketball diva.
Right.
And he doesn't care for authority. He just thinks he's the greatest thing that walked the planet. And don't get me wrong, he is a special talent. We never seen nobody quite with the type of game that he comes with. His offense is impeccable.
Yep.
But he's become a cancer now, pretty much. So I think he's doing it so he can get traded, so they can just get rid of him. I mean, they might as well go ahead and do it because he's not going to be happy.
He's
going to be problems, man. When a player act like that, I don't understand. He's a great player, so hey, get what you can get for him and get him out of there.
44 points last night at his debut. He still got value, he's still trade value. Why not trade for him? If he's not happy, like you said, why not just get him out of there, 44
he's
points.
Just walk around there big cancer.
Right.
You don't want that, man. That's the whole season.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in that. I mean, he's not happy. He put that 44 points up he's basically trying to sell himself for another team. Yeah. He's not going to be doing that all year. Right.
I could do this for you. That's what he was showing him. I could do this for you.
Look what you're going to be missing out on.
Exactly, because he got, I think it's 3 teams that he want to go to, but he keep acting like this, he ain't going to get what he wants.
No, he will because he's that damn good, I
think he want to go to what, Philly? It was Philly. I know Philly and the Nets. Now, if you keep acting, the team has the power to trade you to where they want to trade you. So,
man,
I don't know why he's doing that. Just say I want to trade and leave it at that. He's trying to force his way out.
Well,
which is usually not a good thing.
I see him if he can get down to Miami, and a lot of teams to say what they say, man. When you start out the season 0-3 or 0-4 or 1-4, you'll start, changing your mind. Like right now, the Heat 1-1. That's only 2 games into the season, but a lot of these teams that might say, hey, man, this ain't panning out like we thought. We need another 2 guard to come in and help us out. He can use them. There's a few teams out there can use him. Maybe go down and play with Trae Young there in Atlanta. I like that kid, man. I like that kid.
Yeah, he balls out.
Yep.
Nice jumper.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
balls out.
So,
but can the team really deal with Harden though? His style of play. That's the only thing.
Isolation ball.
Yeah, so it's like He has to go to the right system, somebody and team that's willing to accept his style of play.
You're right.
So it's gonna be hard for him to coexist with another superstar. I think he's got to be the man. He's got to be a superstar, and then he have his co-star. That's the only way I see it work now.
I got what you're saying, man. And here's my problem with that. Mike D'Antoni, historically has been a run and gun type of coach. And Tony kind of catered his stuff around Harden, which, in some situations, coaches will do that because this is your best player. You want to get the best out of your player. So let me go ahead and let Harden, do the ISO ball and set up plays and stuff and, do his little isolation ISO and throw up points. But you know what? That's a once in a lifetime opportunity, man. Like, we wonder why the Houston Rockets haven't won anything. You can't win. You need more players involved and let people play their roles. You don't win an ISO ball. One guy's not going to do it for you, man. Michael Jordan showed you that 20, 30 years ago. It's just not about one player. Now, that one player is the X factor, but you need other co-starring roles, man, and that dynamic, to get it done. So maybe Harden may have to he's not gonna get him another Mike D'Antoni that's willing to do that. Maybe he needs to. I don't know, man. He gonna have to figure something out, or he still got to play basketball. He's a good talent, man. He's 44 points last night, man. After all this stuff, he wouldn't put up 44 points. So
straight out the club, he left the club and put up 44.
He wasn't at the club. He was at his homegirl's graduation party or celebratory party. She just got a new job or something like that. He wasn't at the strip club. Come on. Clippers 2-0. Timberwolves 2-0. The Lakers are 1-1. I checked them out the other night. The Lakers, they'll be there when it's all said and done. They got the talent. Denver Nuggets will be there. They're 0-2 right now. But I think the Nuggets will be there. Maybe they need Harden. I don't know. No, they couldn't, man. That would mess that whole squad up.
Yeah, he'll mess their chemistry up.
Sure would, man.
So that's why I say it's going to be, I don't know where he's going to go. But he may, if he won a championship, he may have to humble himself in some kind of way.
Knicks 0-2 as usual. Raptors 0-2. Celtics 1-1. So top three teams in Atlantic: Nets, 76ers, Boston, Brooklyn Nets 2-0. They're looking good. The chemistry is there. I like what I see with the Nets. I think the Nets are going to make some noise. I think they will come out the East this year. Right now, I'll say that with 2 games in, everyone stays healthy. The Nets will be a problem. And the 76ers, shout out to Doc Rivers, 2-0, 76ers. Got a squad. Knicks 0-2, like we said. Pacers 2-0 in that Central. Cleveland Cavaliers 2-0. Bucks 1-1. Pistons 0-2. Chicago Bulls 0-2. Southeast, Atlanta Hawks 2-0. Orlando Magic 2-0. All right. Miami Heat 1-1, but there's only 2 games in. Charlotte Hornets 0-2. Washington Wizards 0-2. But like with Westbrook is, I'm glad he landed in Washington. I think he's gonna help that squad out. Westbrook probably got the best deal out of all of them.
We'll see, 'cause he's another guy that's hard to play with. So
yeah,
we'll see. It's still early. We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. All right, moving along. Not really much to say. Vic wanted to raise some questions. Are the Nets a threat? And my answer is I think the Nets are a big threat. I think the Nets.
Anytime you got Kevin Durant and Irving on your team, you got to be a threat. With great role players, come on, man. Kevin Durant is easily the second best player in the league, if not the first. And we already know what Kyrie can do. The best handle possibly ever. Could hit the three, could hit the mid-range. Kyrie is a beast, man, when his head is right. When he's not trying to be a scientist, he's a great player.
So, call him a scientist.
So just them two alone, man. I mean, come on. Durant, he looked like the old Durant, so that's all you need.
He's been waiting too.
On the flip side, Golden State Golden State did win, right? Didn't they beat the Clippers?
Golden State, no, they lost. They lost. Clippers undefeated. They're undefeated. The Warriors are 0-2. They haven't won a game yet, but Warriors got some promise to them. Warriors look all right. I think let's talk about this in a couple of weeks and see where they're at. Because there's some teams there that that I think 0-2. The Mavericks are not going to be. The Mavericks will not have a losing record this year. The Mavericks will be right back in there. So, some of the teams getting out of the starting block sometimes a little bit tougher than others. Other teams, in strength is, in the schedule, in the scheduling and whatnot. But we'll see, man. We will see.
We surely will.
We're gonna go ahead and do some football. Get back to football. Do some picks, man. We'll just quickly do some picks real quick. We got week 16.
2 more weeks. Well, 1 more week after
One
this.
more week after that.
Yeah.
Let me bring up the schedule, and we'll do a little screen sharing, and we'll go ahead and share our picks and get on out of here. All right. Cut the music. All right. Once again, 49ers. Oh, that's not right. We're at week 16, man.
Last week.
All right. Notable games this week. We got the man. 10-4 Colts taking on the 11-3 Steelers. They're going to be at Heinz Field this week. The Steelers, man, have been on a slide, man. Oh my God. Were they the Bears of the AFC? What's going on here?
Yeah. I never had 100% faith in the Steelers. I mean, their schedule was easy. Now they're playing good opponents, and it seems like they're falling, and people seeing weaknesses in them. I was never convinced.
Really? 11, and they were 11 and 0.
Yeah, I mean, good team, but nothing historic there.
I don't know, man. I think they supposed maybe I don't know. Big Ben hasn't really been a factor this year. You know, they kind of I don't know. The defense looked horrible the last two games, man. Horrible. And they lost to good teams. I mean, no, they didn't. They didn't just get beat by somebody. Oh, I gotta check that out. But yeah, Steelers.
Like 3 straight.
Yeah, Steelers and the Colts. Who you got in this one? Colts on the road visiting the Steelers.
Looking at what I'm seeing from the Steelers, I got to go with the Colts. Steelers been losing lately, man. They still got a good defense, but they haven't been for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
And the
right.
Colts and the what's his name? Rivers, the Riverboat Gambler.
Yeah. Riverboat Gambler.
He's actually played pretty well, man. And they throw Hines in there, they throw Taylor in there, the 2 running backs. And I mean, they play pretty good football, man. But I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one. Okay. I told you I don't have faith in the Steelers, man. The Steelers are good. I'm not gonna say they're a bad team, but I just don't see nothing special in them.
All right. So, Coop, for the Colts here, I'm going to say this. I think the Steelers wake back up and realize, hey, they're letting a great opportunity slip away. I think the Steelers get back on track this week. I think the Steelers go out and they make a statement at the house. I think the Steelers beat the Colts. So, I'm for the Steelers. All right, that game is today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those Steelers fans out there, you probably already know that. Moving along, we got the Falcons 4-10 against the 13-1 Chiefs. That's a no-brainer. We're not going to pick that one. Also, the Bears and the Jaguars, bum game. Jaguars 1-13 at the house. It doesn't matter if they're playing in a porta potty or in Shad Khan's backyard. The Jaguars will lose this one, get that number 1 pick this year, next year hopefully. Bears 7-7, disappointment. They still at 500. Surprise. Moving along, the Bengals. Texans 4-10, scrub game. The Giants, our team, 5-9, going against the 9-5 Ravens. They're going down to Baltimore to take on the 9-5 Ravens. My Giants against the Ravens. Our Giants have been playing with a lot of heart. The defense has been the MVP this year of the games we won. They're not a lot of talent on defense. They just got a lot of heart. But I don't think it's enough this week for the Ravens. I've been picking my Giants after we beat the Seahawks. I've been rolling with my team, picking on emotions. I cannot do it this week. I think the Ravens are too much for the Giants. I think the Ravens get it done at home. Ravens need to play for something. I got the Ravens. Cool.
Guys have been playing better, but they still no match for the Ravens. They're going to the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson looked like he got his stride, and he's looking like he's prepping for the playoffs, playing some good football. I just think the Ravens have a little bit too much for the Giants. I got to pick the Ravens.
Right. Coop for the Ravens. I'm for the Ravens. We're all for the Ravens. Moving along. Browns and the Jets. The Jets.
Jets finally got their first one. They had to get one sooner or later.
Yeah. Got it. Jets looking good. Beat the LA Rams They didn't know what to do. Jets kept hanging in there. The Rams didn't pull away, and the Jets said a shout out to Frank Gore, looking like a 21-year-old running back in there. Still got some hops,
Still trying to
springs.
play.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
go up on the record books.
Yeah,
Slowly doing it too. He's slowly creeping.
yeah. You got to let him in the Hall of Fame, man. You got the
Yeah.
numbers. We went through that a
He's
few
been
weeks ago.
quiet his last couple years, but yeah, just off
Yeah,
earlier.
no 1,000-yard seasons. Man, I don't know.
You got to give it to him.
All said and done, they'll tally everything up, and we'll see. All right, next game, Malcolm, CME Hustle. The 4-10 Panthers going into the DMV FedEx Field to take on a 6-8 football team. Football team right now at 6-8 is at the top of the NFC East. We gave him that title right back to him. We got the Panthers and the football team. Panthers, this could be a good matchup right here. This will be real tricky.
Yeah, it could be. It's very tricky.
You gonna pick first?
But my pick is going to be Washington. Washington is kind of surprising this, man. That defense is playing a lot better. Yep. Their defensive front is one of the best in the league. And I keep picking Carolina because of talent, but for whatever reason, they can't seem to get it together and pull out a string of victory. Of course, their best player, McCaffrey's been hurt most of the season, and I know that has a lot to do with it. But, I don't know, man. I can't go with them this week. I got to go to the Redskins. I keep picking against the Redskins, and they keep making me look stupid. So I'm going to go with the Redskins.
Yep. And I got a file suit. Have been picking the Panthers. Shout out to Flip Banger. Shout out to also my mom in the chat. Hello, Mom. How you doing? Flip Banger. Yeah, Flip Banger's team. I've been picking them. Flip Banger's can get me excited about the Panthers, but the Panthers have been not showing up. The football team actually has been playing some good football. They've been beating some teams. They look good. They look like one of those teams that's going to catch fire and maybe wreak some hell in the playoffs. So yeah, even though I'm a Giant fan, I gotta pick with my brain, not my heart. And yeah, I think the football team will get it done today, and they're at the house. So I got Washington as well, man. Moving along, we got the Chargers against the Broncos. 5-9 Broncos, 5-9 Chargers. AFC West, doesn't matter the record here. Chargers, Broncos. I'll go ahead and pick I'm gonna pick against those boys this week. I think that the Broncos maybe have something for the Chargers. I'm gonna go ahead and pick against the Chargers this week because every time I seem to pick with the Chargers, they lose. I'm gonna pick the Broncos, man. Who?
Hey, I feel like you too. I keep trying to pick them because we like the young quarterback and we see that they have some talent. But for whatever reason, every time we pick them, I'm along with you. They seem to lose. But this time I'm gonna go with them. Let's go Chargers. I believe y'all because the Broncos really ain't showing me nothing. No. I mean, the running game is pretty decent. Sometimes they'll run the ball well. They got a lot of good young talent, but I guess not having a solid quarterback is really hurting that team. Then their best player, Von Miller, hasn't played all year. And, all that's affected the team. So I'm going to have to go with the Chargers. I just believe they get it done against this Bronco team that's showing us nothing this year.
All right. So we're split there. I'm for the Broncos. You're for the Chargers. Cowboys and Eagles. No need to pick that. Cowboys still in the hunt, though. Eagles still in. I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to go with the Eagles on that one because, hey, the young boy has been out there playing the quarterback. He took that spot and he ain't looked back yet.
Yep. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is out there running, passing. Hey, he's on fire right now. So if I had to pick, I will go with the Eagles. Right Cowboys got a lot of talent, but they can't get it together. I don't know what's wrong with them either.
Can't put a game together.
Is it Anthony Dalton? I don't know.
I think it's poor coaching, poor play calling, not able to put a whole game together, man. Playing spurts. Oh, they have a good quarter here, but they have a bad quarter the next, and just can't finish the games, man. It's like a strong arm wrestler that can't put finish off his opponent. Next game, should be interesting, man. NFC West showdown here. The 9-5 Rams coming off that dreadful loss to the Jets, going up to the 12th man land in Seattle, taking on the 10-4 Seahawks. 10-4 Seahawks, 9-5 Rams. I'm gonna have to pick the Seahawks right now. I think Metcalf has a blockbuster game today against that defense. Jalen Ramsey versus Metcalf. Although Jalen Ramsey has given him fits.
Yes, I'm about to say that. The last game,
right.
Metcalf didn't really do nothing. I think Jalen got the best of in that game.
I think Metcalf studied some films, and him and Russell Wilson figure a way to get Metcalf more involved. Rams, you lost to the Jets. I cannot pick you. Just because of that. So I'm going for the Seahawks. Coop.
And I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks too. Still have a great offense. That defense is wacky, but ain't like the Rams just have an all high powered offense. So I'm not even worried there. The Seahawks put up a lot of points, and the Rams, you never know what you're gonna get out of them. Pretty good defense, but they don't always show up. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks on this one. The Rams just lost to the Jets, like you said. We can't pick you. You lost to the
No,
Jets.
not just to
It's
the
your first
Jets, bro.
victory. We can't pick you.
Yeah, it's
Seahawks.
ruined everything. All right, moving along. 10-4 Titans. This ought to be a game.
Yeah,
This game right here. 10-4 Titans against the 11-3 Packers. Tennessee's been winning. They've been there's 4 games this year. Packers 11-3. Very quiet 11-3. Might I add. No one gave the Packers a shot this year. Coop, I know you're not a Packer fan, but you got to take your hat off to the Packers. They are 11-3. They are 11-3. The Packers are 11-3. I didn't even realize that the Packers were 11-3. Titans are 10-4. This is going to be an interesting game today. Both rushing. You see with Aaron Jones, if he's playing, I don't think he's out against my man Henry on the other side. This is going to be determined the battle of the running backs, in my estimation, and the short pass. So Titans, Packers, they're going to be in Lambeau Field today. I don't really pick with the Green Bay Packers. This guy I know that likes the Packers, and I don't like him. I never pick with his team. So
you don't like it.
I don't like him at all. I hate him. I don't know. No. I just think I think the Titans got some momentum going. They've been looking real good as of late. I don't think if they could play in the Ice Bowl, they can play in Santa Fe. I don't think it matters at this point. I think the Titans make a statement going into the playoffs. I think the Titans go up into the Packers. Go up into Green Bay and upset the Packers. I'm going with the Titans. Damn it. Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard to go against Aaron Rodgers. He's playing his ass off. I hate him, but hey, I got to give credit where credit due. The man is playing his ass off this year. His QB rating and everything is the best it's been in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the Titans because Green Bay cannot stop the run. And I believe Derrick Henry going to have a field day on them.
Yeah.
So with that alone, I have to go with the Titans. I think they run the ball, get it done. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to do his thing here and there. He may put up 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, because I don't think nobody on that team can stop Devontae Hall as well. Don't get me wrong; it should be a pretty good game, but I just believe the running game wins it, and I believe the Titans come out on top.
Right.
Plus, I want them to come out on top. Fuck you, Green Bay.
Yeah. Hey, that's my pick of the week as well. I like the Titans. Henry has just been a monster, man. He looks like he chomps on that division right there. He has a field day. I don't see the Packers being able to tackle him in the 4th. I see him messing around with DBs trying to take him down. He gets tiring trying to tackle this guy, and he's got speed. He just got all the tools right now necessary to be a top. This will be a grudge match. I think this has my vote for game of the week right here. I don't see any other matchups. If the Rams wouldn't have lost to the Jets, I would have been saying the Seahawks-Rams game would have been kind of the game of the week. But I think this team is going to be interesting to see. First quarter ought to tell the whole story. And Monday night, you got the 11-3 Bills taking on the 6-8 Patriots. AFC East showdown. Doesn't matter. The Patriots are just depleted. Don't even realize. I can't even believe they're at 6-8 right now. But yeah, taking on the Bills, man. Not going to pick it, but just honorable mention. Half the week has been chopped away because of the holidays. So let's go over to the games. Let's go to the games. Week 16. Colts and the Steelers, we're split there. Coop for the Colts, I am for the Steelers. Giants and the Ravens, we both agree that the Ravens will get it done at the house. Panthers and Washington, we're both for the Washington football team. They say they will get it done. Washington is at the house. Broncos and Chargers, we are split there. I am for the Broncos. Coop is for the Chargers. The Rams and the Seahawks, we both agree that the Seahawks will get it done at 12-man land. And the Titans and the Packers, me and Coop both agree that the Titans will get the job done on the road going up until Lambeau Field and upset the Packers. That is all for our football picks there. Really nothing really left to say about sports. We've covered it. this will be our last broadcast for this year. Next one, 2020, Sunday. A lot to talk about. Getting the playoffs ready, football playoffs ready, basketball back. More games going to be played. We'll see what happens with the transactions and stuff. And that's it, my friend.
That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and close it out. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Please check out Playback on Anchor FM. Also, iTunes podcast, Spotify, any place you see podcasts, go ahead and check out Pick'em Playback. Shout out to comrades Kareem V.I. Williams and Malcolm Edwards, a.k.a. CME Hustle. For Kareem, Coop, I am DJ Wild Body saying peace. Good luck in your football games and also your rest of your sports. Please check out Pick'em Sports Talk Radio every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.